Here we go, best of 9.
Junhui to break.
The night session on day 2 of the Wuhan Open. It's an all-Chinese match on the main table. Ding Junhui, the world number 9. Xu Se, the world number 48. Xu Se made a maximum last year in the UK Championship qualifiers. Quarter-finalist in the Zhang Grand Prix this season. But Alan, alongside me, he always feels a big deal, whoever takes on Ding in China. I think particularly actually for the other Chinese players, because, of course, they all look up to him.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Good afternoon to you, Dave. Looking forward to watching Xu Se in particular, actually. He's been certainly catching a lot of people's eye of late on the tour. Playing nicely this season, plenty of good wins. And as always, good to get a close-up look at Ding, see how he's playing. Hasn't been on our screens all that much of late, as you say.
Xu Se had to come through the initial round in Leicester. He beat Ian Burns 5-1. But this is a completely different scenario, as I say, the attention and the opponent. The man who started the boom in China when he won in Beijing in 2005, the China Open, as a teenager.
Well, he got in some ways the most important part correct, the cue ball back to the baulk cushion. Good little player, Xu Se. I mean, that's a poor shot, mind you. You know, he shouldn't be offering up the left half of the brown for Ding. Probably take advantage of this, but yeah, fast improving. Xu Se. Been around a while now, but very good player, very dangerous. Oh, that is an absolute shocker. He's certainly left one. So early signs, not great.
No matter how long the match is, these opening frames can feel important, particularly for a player like Xu Se, not that used to playing on the main table. If he can just settle down here, make a nice break, just show Ding how good he's feeling today, that could be significant in terms of the rest of the match. But straight away, he's missed that.
Yeah, that is a bad miss. Certainly the way the reds are spread. I mean, that's, you know, nothing to do with the cue ball. No reason to think, no reason why he would have missed that. I mean, straightforward shot.
One.
Yeah, so the pink will spot. It's just a question of whether it will pass to left corners. Ding's about to find out. If it does,
7.
he's in business.
Eight.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, that, isn't it? So a bit of left-hand side. See the pink jagging to the left. If he plays it. Just watch how straight he hits this pink, and the side on it will transfer onto the pink and throw it wide. Yeah, well done.
$14.
In recent times, Ding has gone for spells during the season where he's just been quiet. We've barely seen him, and then he suddenly pops up and does something. We saw that, of course, once again at the UK Championship last year when he got to the final. Same at the World Open towards the back end of last season. Again, got to the final. He's good enough to win any tournament, but he has had some early exits this season. He's only won one match all season before yesterday. That was in the Shanghai Masters, of course, not a ranking event. But when he puts it together, certainly when it comes to break building, we know the class he has and we know what he can do. 14 ranking titles to his name, including 5 in a single season.
$21.
Yeah, the red that he's playing now, you're absolutely correct. His break building is fabulous. That was the key red to get rid of. It opens up, you know, the other 4 or 5, like, no problem. He identified straight away the red that was the most important one to get rid of. So, normal circumstances, you expect him to, well, win the frame, let's be honest.
$28. $29. $55.
Yeah, same thing again here almost. Playing this with lots of left-hand side, but I don't know how much pace he can put into it. Ah, that's superb. I mean, his cue ball, yeah, the previous shot wasn't good. That was top drawer. Of course, a massive star, obviously, out in China every time he plays. It's big news. But it's a shame, I think, for him he doesn't have... Or the World Snooker Tour don't have any events in Wuhan anymore, his home city. You know, it'd be nice for him to play in front of his hometown crowd, so to speak. Perhaps in the future that'll happen.
$43.
Yeah, there was one year in that event where they made him go to Barnsley to qualify, and it didn't end well. I think they learnt a lesson with that. He's such an important figure still in the sport here, as a figurehead in China, but still as a top player as well.
$49. $50.
So he's been taking these pinks and building up a nice lead. Of course, Yusu had a good chance. He missed that blue with the rest after potting the initial red in the frame.
His cue ball is just awesome, isn't it? You know, most of the top players are brilliant at virtually everything these days, but that one element of the game is cue ball. There is no one better, period, than Ding. There really isn't. So, frame ball.
63.
Yeah, lovely stuff. It's one of those breaks. In a way, it sort of didn't look much, but it didn't look much because he controlled things so well. He didn't have to be sort of travelling around, recovering. So an encouraging start for Ding. Got that first match out the way yesterday, having gone behind early on to Robbie McGuigan. .68 in front, so 3 snookers needed.
69.
Just looking at whether he can make these into a plant, these 2 reds. Not quite, but a solid start. Schuster may play on here, but as I say, 3 snookers needed.
And frame.
He's had a look and he doesn't like what he sees. So, a very good start for Ding. This is first to 5 to reach the round 3 of the Wuhan Open, and he's already 1-0 up. Off we go, frame 2. He had the chance, didn't he, initially? Potted the first red, missed the blue. And that was basically that. Ding stepped in and did the damage with a 69 break.
Yeah, actually, I don't know what would happen if you break off. Doesn't the referee then spot the green? I don't know. After you play one shot. I actually remember playing Barry Pinches years ago out in Europe somewhere, and I potted a red. The cue ball came up and landed perfectly on the green, but the green wasn't on its spot. But I just thought to myself at the time, I thought, it's a pity the green's not on its spot, because I'd be absolutely perfect. And I looked around the table and the green wasn't on the table. So it was one of those, I said to the referee, I can't remember who the referee was, I said, look, and I also said to Barry Pinches, I said, I'm sorry, Barry, but the green's not on the table. So I flagged it up, and it had to then be spotted. And I was on it. So, anyway, yeah. And I had to apologise to Barry. But the point is, the green had to go back on its spot. Because, yeah, very strange. I don't think Barry was too happy about it, but, I couldn't note that the green wasn't on its spot and just sort of keep stum about it and not say anything. I had to mention it. Anyway. That's a hot shot, that one, isn't it? What a pot that was. Not very often you pot one in and out of baulk like that as well. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, it's been a mixed start, hasn't it? He missed that pretty easy blue, frame 1, but anyway, that's in the past. Now he's got his iron again. Players in that sort of mid-section of the rankings, the 40s, 50s, 60s, they're all seriously good. We know that. We've seen them reaching finals. Wu Yize was the latest to do that at the English Open. And Zhang Anda we saw last year from the 50s winning a tournament. So she's hoping he's sort of next in line to get on a run like that. He has been in the semi-finals of the Indian Open. That's the best he's done in a ranking event. That was back in 2017, though. But as I said at the start, he's up to his highest ever ranking, 48.
Fine.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those shots that if you're going to play on the red by the black, play on and off the cushion. Use the cushion to your advantage. Trying to drop it on a sixpence without using the cushion is very difficult. Yes, it was a poor shot, but I think just the way that he played it was the incorrect way. Now, playing this with pace is such a tight pocket. Going dead weight. What a recovery. Brilliant. What a shot.
11.
Those players, as Dave said, very accomplished mid-ranking, but not that easy to figure out, even although I've seen a lot of them, where his absolute strengths lie.
Yeah, sort of slight rueful look because, again, he's just left this awkward. We've already seen really the difference. Ding, in the break he made, was in really nice control of the cue ball. Already, this is an adventure, this break. As you say, he's getting all the long stuff out now. All the heavy machinery here, the spider, the extensions. Yeah, and it made a big difference in the end. So, from what was a wonderful first red and then the good recovery red to right middle, it's all come to a rather abrupt end.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to turn this red down. Does he go deep with it and back for blue bolt colour? Looks like it. He obviously makes the pot that bit trickier.
Yeah.
So ding back in. Just to say, we've got some real big names in action in this session. John Higgins, of course, back in the top 16 after spending just a week out after 29 years. He's a frame down to Fang Zhengyi. Jimmy White has also qualified. He's a frame down to Noppin Senkom. Sean Murphy, those won the first against Anthony Hamilton. CJ Webb, of course, has joined the top 16 after his run to the semis in Saudi Arabia, and he's won the first against Daniel Womersley.
Seven.
Yes, again, there's the difference with the cue ball. Absolutely perfect if he wants to play the split. You see there, Ding uses the end cushion. I know he had to on that occasion, but the point is it's an easier shot if you're using the cushion. Easy to get nice on this red.
Certain.
He would maybe play the split, but for being hampered by the pink. See, it's a bit more awkward. See that? That would have been the reason, the main reason why he didn't play the split, but
20.
immaculate cue ball again, top side of the blue, and they're a nice target.
$71. $26.
Yeah, everything he does is done in the correct way. The pace was absolute perfection and justifiable reward, it looks like. Again, that's super. That's a brilliant shot.
27.
Yeah, we saw it at the Masters, didn't we? His break building prowess. He made a second maximum there. Having made one back in 2007. They're pretty rare at the Masters, aren't they? 147s. He's made two.
32. $33.
The frame was used, got in early, but it just went wrong pretty quickly. Left himself hampered on the red that he attempted. Had all the long stuff out, didn't pot it. And he'll be surveying the table here, fully expecting it to be 2-0, I'm sure.
$38. $69. 45. $46. $52. $53.
Now that was pure class, that shot. He doesn't have a lot of area to lay the cue ball there, but that's where you'd have put it with your hand. Honestly, I know it always seems to be the case, but his cue ball
61.
is out of this world.
Punishment
68.
again for Jusa, having had that initial chance. He's been the opposite, hasn't he? When he's been in, he's not been controlling position at all.
69. $76. $77.
Hard to believe we're coming up to 20 years since that breakthrough win at the China Open in Beijing, when Ding was actually a wild card for the event. That was to ensure he was at the venue, not having to go through qualifying.
84. $86. $89.
So he's made a slow start to the season. He made a slow start yesterday, but came through, and now he's motoring. Ding. Conditions seem really good as well.
93.
So you're going to favour the heavy scorers. We saw Judd Trump with another couple of centuries this morning. And Ding
98.
needs this pink for career century number 666.
104.
And on this evidence, Jusa has a devil of a job to beat him. That is seriously good, isn't it? What a clearance from Ding Junhui, 111. Again, punishing that one mistake from his opponent. And he's already leading here by 2 frames to 0.
大家尽快坐下来，不要走动了，谢谢。
So Ding's had a century in frame 2 to lead 2-0 against Jusa. This all Chinese affair. The winner will play another Chinese player, either Yuan Sijun or Xing Zihao in the last 32 tomorrow. It's currently 1-0 to Xing Zihao. It's actually been 7 years since Ding last won a ranking event in China, the 2017 World Open. Of course, though, there was a spell of 4 years where there were no tournaments here because of the COVID interruption.
I think something else that's improved as the years have gone on out in China, conditions, as you rightly say, Dave, look to be excellent this week. Excuse me, that has improved year on year. To the extent now where I think they're consistently very good. They always seem to be good scoring tables. I know that the pockets are marginally more generous, I think, this week than the recent tournaments in the UK. I think that's fair. It's not deliberate, I don't think, but when they get in, as Ding has demonstrated already, it's pretty much lights out because his cue ball is so good. But yeah, the tables are playing nicely, which is good to see. Look at that cue ball, almost, it's just about on the pink, but what a demonstration of cue ball control. Most players wouldn't have played that. Even a lot of people get, talking about conditions, a lot of people get accused of, all anyone ever does is moan, complain about it. It's not correct. They're good this week, I'm praising it. It's just that most times people forget when you praise something. It's just people, the nature of things these days. But yeah, they are good this week. And he's off again here, Ding. This cue ball again is just outstanding.
8.
Yeah, to be fair, I've heard players in interviews say, the conditions are good, but because that's not really a news story as such. It's a news story when it's the other way around. But yeah, Ding will certainly be enjoying this table. And of course, because of his status here, as long as he's in the tournament, he'll be playing on it. So if he likes the table, then watch out, everyone else. Kyron Wilson, of course, has had his say about table allocations. 14. To be fair, every time he's played on the main table this season, he's played really well. Again, earlier today, he was on this table. He won 5-0, made a nice clearance in the last frame. Made a century earlier on against Aaron Hill. So you can understand why players want to be centre stage here.
$15.
Even that again, such a good shot.
21.
Okay, obvious cannon then. not absolutely certain of which red he's going to be on. But if he gets on one nicely, it'll probably be end of frame 3. No good. Yeah, he was just never certain when you're playing that cannon. Played it the correct way to kill his cue ball around the pack of reds. Just plain unlucky on this occasion. Yeah, it's just a bit, you'd think, a bit too risky. Why be, 2-0 in front and going along nicely? Why give up an easy chance to your opponent or risk doing it? More prudent, I think, just to park the bus for the time being.
Ding Junhui.
Did the best job of it, mind you. Yes, I like the red on the right wing as well, because it offers him a good cue ball back to baulk with blue waiting if he gets the pot. Certainly looks the possibility of getting the rest out, doesn't it? And punching that red away from the black and nestling in behind it. Obviously didn't spot that. And he's given Ding a decent opportunity to get in behind the blue. It's one of those shots. Not an awful lot of side. Just a bit of helping side. Played it perfectly. What a shot. Yeah. Very nearly.
Jimmy White very nearly a century. 97 broke down, but he's 2-1 down now to Noppen Senkom. And Daniel Womersley's at 113 to level up with Si Jiahui, one each. Well, that's one way to stop Ding scoring. Play good safety.
Ding Junhui 4.
And this time he gets his man exactly what he wanted. He almost didn't want to snooker him. You know, it is an easy get out. If he has that line below the right middle pocket. And of course, see, it's exactly what Ding wanted, because you can see a red full ball. Yes, because of those two reds behind the black spot, it's so difficult to play a telling safety shot. That's why Ding's choosing the right half of the table, because of those two reds.
Turned into one of those sort of strange frames with the configuration of the colours all off their spots, the reds sort of grouped together. It's going to take a bit of working out. Yeah, played his kind of shot to nothing by, as you said, but finished much worse. Leaving that fairly straightforward red on these tables, the way they're playing, and also releasing the other one. All of a sudden, this has got quite a promising look to it, especially that he had a handy lead to begin with.
7. 8.
He's very good at the sort of
15.
deadpan reaction when something goes wrong, as it did there. He didn't get on the red as intended. Sort of looked to the heavens. But he's in control of this match, and he'll want to stay that way, not give any gifts to Zhu. Needs a couple right now.
Ding Junhui, 15.
Wasn't the best executed shot ever, but as I say, he's in control. 47-0, 2-0. Anthony Hamilton's pulled one back against Sean Murphy, 2-1 to Murphy. And it's 3-0 to Robert Milkins now against Zach Surety. Of course, Zach Surety at the World Open here in China last season made a maximum against Ding on the main table. John Higgins in some early trouble, 2-0 down to Fang Zhengyi. And Si Jiawei has just gone 2-1 up against Daniel Womersley.
Yeah, Ding has to play the red in bulk here because he doesn't want to be opening. Well, open them any more than they already are, the 6 or 7 on the near the left cushion. I suppose, yeah, just nudge 1 or 2 a little closer to the cushion and playing this.
One.
A good pot, wasn't it? It was important that he get the next red. And having done that and being nicely on the yellow, it's exactly what was needed. Because the match is kind of, well, certainly for this frame anyway, it feels like the match is drifting away from Jussi. That's not great either.
3.
Still cut this back, but it's one of those, don't let your concentration go too much onto the cue ball. You must get the pots here above all else. Yeah, he just can't afford to give Ding another chance, which he has done.
3.
Every chance of it costing him very dearly. Again, it's just the difference between his cue ball and the fella at the table. It's pretty huge, let's be honest. That's been the difference in the match so far.
Looking at Ding, he's always immaculately turned out, isn't he? It actually cost him last season, didn't it? At the English Open, he turned up and there's a slightly different dress code. He was wearing a nice brown suit and he was wearing the wrong colour trousers. And by the time he got the right colour pair on, he was Dr. Frame. Dr. Frame for being too smart. Another sort of deadpan reaction as he catches the black with the cue ball. Shake of the head.
6.
Yeah, no rules are rules, but, you know, I mean, come on. You know. Ah, superb. Yeah, just on that again. You know, I think if it was me that was in charge, it's not, thankfully, but if it was, it would be. Sorry, Ding, but I'm going to let you go this match, but if you win, can you sort it out in a few hours' time, please? That's what I'd be doing, anyway. There's a bit of cue power with this one. Superb.
Yeah.
14.
Holding all the cards, 58 in front, yellow and green on cushions. A couple of red safe, so looking a big favourite now to win this frame.
Just try and punch this red over the middle. That's what we tried.
16.
What's his angle like on the blue? The natural angle. Quite close to the in off. That's what he's looking at. But that, again, I think is just a magnificent shot. The double is now on. He might have to play it with just a tracer right-hand side to avoid the double kiss, but I don't think so. I think it's just on, and if anything, maybe even favourite to get this. No pressure on it either, 64 in front.
再保3进，谢谢。丁俊晖 check。
Yeah, that was nicely done. Not masses of pressure on Ding as yet. Just looking to defend for the time being. Yeah, so just push the red down and up. was a beautiful shot, that. So this is not going to be as easy to contain Zhu. Yeah, the thing in this position, Ding knows that if he leaves anything at all, that Zhu will have a go at it, because it's, you know, it's going to be all hands to the pump at the moment, because, you know, the frame's pretty much gone. So any glimmer that he gets, he'll be taking something on.
Foul. MS. Xu Si, 4.
Well, the 4 points are welcome, I guess, considering there's only 5 reds on the table. It gives them a little bit more latitude. So, okay, yellow and green on cushions, but this is a chance now to get right back into this frame. All the reds that were locked down, save a moment ago, are all in play now. Big colours in play. Starts with a good pot, though.
Well, I think it's the wrong choice. I just put all your eggs in the basket and do nothing with the cue ball and play for the pink. Simple as that. He made the pot that bit more difficult by coming back for black when he needn't have done, and it's going to cost him the frame. Just don't quite understand why he didn't just, you know, if he plays the red, the long red to far corner for the pink, he'll get it probably 8 or 9 out of 10. But 3-0 is now confirmed.
7. 8.
Yeah, Ding looks nice and relaxed. He's playing well. Of course, he's got the initial match out of the way yesterday. So it's going to take something special from what we've seen for Zhu to turn this around.
14. Eighteen.
Damage has been well and truly done, and Ding, who's just 2 frames from round 3 here at the Wuhan Open, Zhu desperately needs something to change soon.
Frame 4, Xu Si to break.
Well, they're still discussing it, but nothing's been resolved yet.
More frames. 4.
Seems they are going to continue.
What?
Well, after 1 shot, it's already looking ominous. Ding already with the 3-0 cushion, feeling good. Going for the jugular.
Yeah, more evidence, let's be honest, that Pockets are playing quite generous so far. Oh, that's a gorgeous shot. That wasn't easy.
9.
Cross the nap, slow, cut back. So, this time the cannon's no problem. Guaranteed to be nice on the next red. But it's gone about as awkward as it possibly could. I don't know if he'll be able to reach this without the extended bridge rest, to give it Dominic's name, to, you know, use Dominic's name for the spider. Yeah, it's going to be the extended. At least it is a V where his cue's going to sit, not the old U shape that you used to get in the club back in the day. Your cue actually stuck on the way through in delivery. This is quite nasty. Yes, again.
24.
Get himself out of trouble and in decent position. Just the fact the Pockets are playing that little bit bigger, that last black, it releases some of the pressure on it. You know, you can use the jaw on the way in. But you've got to say as well, Ding, he's playing. We haven't seen that much of him this season, but he's playing as well as I've seen him in a long time. I know it's only a sample size, really, but his cue ball is as good as ever.
Yeah, and also within himself, you know, you can see sometimes in matches Ding is struggling a bit and doesn't always necessarily look as up for the fight as he could be, but that's not the case today. He looks relaxed, he looks determined, he's playing nicely, and in with a chance here to extend the lead.
Sir.
Just to say, John Higgins in trouble, 3-0 down to Fan Zhengyi. Of course, Fan made a maximum at the English Open. He's a ranking event winner in his own right.
Seven. Eight.
Yeah, pretty good recovery. Can just about find the centre of the cue ball. But having a wander, for good reason. If this black goes in, it should be 4-0 at the interval. He's in that section of the draw as well. Still got a win today, I know, but it's a section where you would expect him to not definitely come through, but obviously there's every chance of it. I mean, the winner of this plays Yan Sijun or Xin Jihao,
53.
and the other two matches in his section are David Lilly plays Alan Taylor, and
54.
Aris Tahir plays Chris Wakelin. That would be to get to the quarter-finals. Well, that's looking a long way in the future, but the early signs are good. As David said, playing really lovely.
61. True.
Yeah, he started playing because his dad played pool, and he went along as a boy and just watched him, and then had a few shots, and
67.
from that they moved on to snooker. But of course, this was before snooker had any real foothold in China. It has a foothold in China largely because of him, of course. So this frame has gone, and Jusa broke off, left the long red. Ding, already playing good stuff, has stepped in and made another wonderful break. A couple of snookers needed.
75.
After their long chat that we saw, Sean Murphy and Anthony Hamilton. Murphy's won that frame, so 3-1. Another close one on the pink.
Six.
Does seem at this time of the year he's sort of come good, doesn't he? I mean, we're coming up, I suppose, not that long to the UK Championship, where he always seems to play well. He's been runner-up the last 2 years because he's won it 3 times. Seems to love York.
'89. 90.
Yeah, he's not physically intimidating or powerful, anything like that, Ding, but what he does when he's anywhere near his best, he can make you feel, not just inferior, he makes other players realise that when you're watching him playing against him, you think, I can never be as good as this guy. He's that good. With his cue ball, here's the century, hopefully.
Second of the match for Ding Junhui. Some sort of cross double here to continue. Well, he's going for the yellow pocket. Not to be, but 102 will do nicely. And just underlining how well he's played, he's been completely on top. And the chances that Zhu Se has had, he's made very little from. So he's contributed to his own downfall here. But Ding, you've got to say, playing beautifully.
Frame 5, Ding Junhui to break.
Ding, good value for this 4-0 lead as he attempts to reach the last 32 here in Wuhan. Can Zhu Se get back into it? exercise a bit of control if he can get in. That's been the issue. He's been getting in and losing his way. Highest break, just 17 so far. That was a long way away, though.
Yeah, and he's left a simple red that will also release the black into open play.
One. Six.
Just to say, John Higgins has pulled one back, so he's 3-1 down at the interval to Fan Junhui.
Yeah, so red colour and looking for the red on the black spot. Get rid of that.
手机静音，谢谢。10.
Yeah, probably play for it. So, the key shot really. Nicely on a colour. It's a more than decent chance to wrap up the match.
Sixteen.
We've seen many times the very best players who've ever played have felt pressure and cracked under it, but Ding's not under any at the minute. He's not been put under it by his opponent. He's been given the freedom in this match to play his natural game, which of course is the scoring game.
Track 3. Track 4.
Just checking the plant as well.
31.
If he wants that, that looks a good one. Yeah, you see it, it's a certainty, isn't it?
32. Thirty-nine. 40. 45. 53.
So this is the last question that he's going to be faced with, just above the blue line. And a straightforward cannon if he wants to play it.
54.
Or just drop the blue in and leave the gap. Yeah, with his cue ball control, he should find the gap, no problem. And he has done. So this opens
59.
up red on the right as well. It's pretty much done and dusted if this red drops. And it's been an excellent performance. Yes, he hasn't been pressurised by Junhui, which I'm surprised about. I was expecting, you know, reasonable contest at very least today, but it's been a one-man show all the way.
Yeah, I mean, he just hasn't missed an easy ball, has he?
67.
Schuster's been poor, yes, but Ding, it's been a masterclass. And there's a chance now to end with his third century. Sometimes you see a 5-0 and it's actually been a lot closer than that scoreline suggests. This hasn't. This is a 5-0 all day long. It's always good, though, to see Ding Junhui playing well. He's a special player. He's done so much for the sport here in China and around the world. And he's still got a lot more to give, you feel. You're never quite sure when he's going to come good in the season, but invariably it does happen at some point. Maybe this is the week that he can win ranking event number 15. It's been 7 years since his last success in China in a ranking tournament. It's just delightful stuff. Is he on the red? Be on the red, Ding.
83.
We want to see another century. No problem.
84.
Can't make the high break, which is 139. He Guo Chang this morning lost to Judd Trump and set a new target. But you feel in this form there'll be plenty more opportunities for Ding to beat that this week. He's playing really
97.
well.
98.
In these frames he's won, he's just been needing the one chance. So this then for a third century. It's a great sight, Ding Junhui making these big breaks, just the way he does it, the class he has, the control he has.
105. $108.
Remember coming into the tournament, he hadn't won a match in a ranking event since the World Open towards the end of last season.
112. 117.
Well, today he's made this
23.
very difficult game look ridiculously easy. Another fantastic break. A
132.
total clearance of 130 from Ding Junhui to go with his two earlier centuries. Junhui struggled. He did have chances, he didn't take them, but my word, Ding took his. And that is a very popular win here, and a performance as well that will give Ding a lot of confidence. He beats Junhui 5-0 and is into the last 32.